Dear students, once again we are going to continue with the first topic known as rectifier, filter and voltage regulator. In yesterday's period, we studied about the filter and their types. Obviously, we concluded that filter is a circuit which is connected between a rectifier and that of the load so that it is capable to reduce the amount of AC which is present in the output DC to the load. That means filters are used to get the pure DC to the load. We also studied the four types of the filters. One is the inductive filter, second one is capacitor filter, third one is inductance capacitor filter, and fourth one is capacitor inductance capacitor or pi type of filter. Out of that, capacitor filter is the part of your syllabus. So please give trace on the capacitor filter. Just by studying how to obtain the pure DC at the output, now we are going to study how to design the voltage regulators. Friends, voltage regulators is the last part of the first topic. We started this topic with the rectifier where the AC is going to be converted into DC. Then we have studied the filters. By using filters and the rectifier, we have obtained pure DC at the output. Now, our aim is to obtain the constant output voltage required for the load or for the instrument to be operated. Voltage regulator are again the electronic circuitry which is used to regulate the voltage to the load, or it is used to provide the regulated output voltage to the load. Regulator has the meaning that it provides the constant required magnitude of the voltage to the load, and the process of obtaining the constant or fixed voltage of particular magnitude to be required to the load is known as the voltage regulation. Thus, we are going to say voltage regulation is the process by means upon which constant output voltage is produced to the load irrespective of the variation of the load resistance as well as irrespective of the variation of the line voltage. Meaning thereby, even though line voltage is changed or even though load resistance is changed, output voltage is going to be remains constant. And this process of maintaining the output voltage constant is known as the voltage regulation. And the electronic circuitry that produces constant or fixed magnitude of the output voltage irrespective of the variation of the load resistance and also irrespective of the variation of the line voltage is known as the voltage regulator circuit. If you combine a rectifier, filter and voltage regulator together, the device so generated, so developed, so designed is called as a power supply unit of required magnitude to be used for a particular instrument. Friends, we are going to study details regarding the voltage regulator. To get the constant DC output voltage for the any electronic equipment, voltage regulators are used. Voltage regulation is the process in which output of DC voltage is maintained constant irrespective of variation of load resistance and also the line voltage. Friends, the process of voltage regulation is governed by means of a regulation factor. That voltage regulation factor is given as it is a ratio of V no load minus V full load upon V full load into 100, that is in percentage. Again I will repeat. Voltage regulation process is governed by the regulation factor and it is defined as the ratio of VNL minus VFL upon VFL into 100, and that is in percentage. Where VNL is a V no load, means when your circuitry is open or when no load is connected or when infinity load is present. Then voltage measured when load is infinity, voltage measured when circuit is open, then that voltage we can call it as it is VNL. It is represented here. Second one is a VFL, it is a V full load. It is a DC voltage measured at full load, means at any required load which we are going to connect. For that required load, if voltage is measured, it is called as VFL. By measuring these two voltages, VNL minus VFL upon VFL into 100, it is going to give you the voltage regulation factor. Now we are going to define voltage regulator. Voltage regulator is a device. Regulation is the process, but regulator is a device that keeps the output voltage constant even though line voltage and load resistance varies. Such a voltage regulator uses rectifiers, filters and regulating element is either Zener diode or any 3-terminal regulator integrated circuit. Means the combination of rectifier, filter and the regulating element which we are going to study now. The regulating element may be a Zener diode, and we studied the Zener diode in last year, and we are aware that Zener diode is such a diode that works only in reverse bias condition. It has a very sharp and distinct breakdown voltage. Means always it will conduct in reverse bias condition only for that particular required voltage. For the rest of the period of input voltage, it remains off. This peculiar property of Zener diode is used to design as a voltage regulator. Or nowadays, the Zener diodes are replaced by means of an integrated circuits known as 3-terminal ICs, which includes 7-8 series or 7-9 series. That is 7-8 cross series or 7-9 cross series. 7-8 series is a positive voltage regulator series, whereas 7-9 series is a negative voltage regulator series. Means if you connect 7800 in IC at the output of filter and rectifier, we get the positive voltage, and if you connect 7-9 series integrated circuit to the output of filter and the rectifier, we get negative voltage. Thus, it is possible for us to obtain even positive as well as the negative voltages which are required to operate the particular load. Thus, by making use of either Zener diode or any three-terminal regulator, it is possible for us to design the voltage regulator. Friends, at present we are restricting ourselves to design the voltage regulator by using the property of the Zener diode, and that's why we are going to study now Zener diode as a voltage regulator. Obviously by using the property of the Zener diode. What is the property? The Zener diode has a very sharp and distinct breakdown voltage when it is used in reverse bias. That means when Zener diode is connected in reverse bias condition, it possesses the very sharp and distinct breakdown voltage. This property of the Zener diode is used to construct the voltage regulator. This regulator includes a rectifier to convert AC into DC. So it is used to convert AC into DC. Filter to give pure DC to the load, and regulating element, that is a Zener diode connected in shunt with the load resistance RL in reverse bias mode. A current limiting resistance RS is connected in series with Zener diode to control the current through it, whose value is to be calculated. That means here the main role to obtain the constant output voltage is of Zener diode, and that's why the Zener diode should be protected against the excess of current. And to protect that particular Zener diode against the excess of current, a current limiting resistance RS is connected in series with that Zener diode. Its value can be calculated. So it is called as designing of Zener regulator. To calculate that particular value of series resistance, let V in be the unregulated voltage input to the Zener diode. Means after filtering whatever the voltage we are applying to the Zener diode which is connected in shunt, that voltage we can call it as it is unregulated voltage. Means unregulated voltage is that particular DC voltage whose magnitude doesn't remain constant. It varies if load resistance is changed. It varies if the line voltage is changed. That type of voltage is applied to the Zener diode, and that its magnitude is known as the Vn, Vin. Vz is the Zener breakdown voltage. Obviously, Zener breakdown voltage is provided by the company for which it is designed. In the market, the Zener diodes with the various breakdown voltages are available. So that will decide what is the magnitude of the output voltage to be designed for us. They are available from even 3.2 to maximum even 24 volt. That means 3 volt to 24 volt constant regulated power supplies are possible for us to design by using the Zener diode. Let that breakdown voltage be measured and represented by Vz. RS be the current limiting resistance in series with the Zener diode through which the current flows, and that current is given as I is equal to V in minus Vz upon Rs. But if the Zener diode is ideal, it has a constant breakdown voltage Vz, but practically it has its own internal resistance Rz. Thus, there will be a voltage drop IZ-RZ across the Zener diode. Therefore, load voltage VL becomes equal to VL equal to Vz plus IZ into RZ. IZ into RZ is Vz. IZ into RZ is voltage drop across that particular Zener diode. What we expect is VL must be equal to Vz, but in practice, due to its internal resistance Rz, some drop is going to occur across that particular Rz, that is IZ Rz, and hence we can write VL is equal to Vz plus Iz into Rz. So we are calculating the current. For ideal diode, Rz is 0. When Rz is 0, we can get VL is equal to Vz. And hence current through load resistance RL becomes to be equal to IL equal to VL upon RL or Vz upon RL. But I is equal to Iz plus IL. In the figure it is there. Look it in this particular figure. So this is the current I that flows through the RS. Out of that I, Iz flows through the Zener diode and IL flows through the load resistance. Hence I is equal to Iz plus IL. So by rearranging this equation, we can get Iz equal to I minus IL. Thus Rs equal to V in minus Vz upon I, and that's equal to V in minus Vz upon Iz plus IL. By knowing the V in, here V in is equal to Vs, that is unregulated power supply, and Vz is the voltage across Zener diode, or we can say Vz is same as that of VL. By knowing Vs is equal to V in and Vz as a voltage across Zener diode, naturally we can calculate the value of Rs as a V in minus Vz upon I, and that's equal to V in minus Vz upon Iz plus IL. Thus we can design the Zener diode as a voltage regulator. If you connect that calculated value of Rs in series between unregulated power supply and the Zener diode will be protected against the excess of current. This is how we can design the Zener diode as a voltage regulator. Now friends, we are going to study what is exactly the circuit diagram of Zener diode as a voltage regulator. The circuit diagram of Zener diode as a voltage regulator consists of unregulated power supply, that is a Vs, which we can make to be equal to as a V in. This is the unregulated power supply, means it is the output of a rectifier and filter, which we have already studied. That unregulated power supply is applied in series with the Rs, and a regulating element Zener diode is connected in shunt with unregulated supply and that of the load resistance. Means on this side there is a rectifier, there is a filter, output of filter is connected as an input to the Zener diode as a regulator. Zener diode is connected in shunt to the unregulated power supply and that of the load resistance. I is the total current that flows through the Rs. Out of total current, Iz will flow through the Zener diode and IL will flow through the load resistance. This will develop the output voltage VO or VL is equal to Vz. It is the regulated output voltage. So very simple circuit to which can be used as a voltage regulator. So let us see how it will work. To get the regulated voltage across the load, unregulated voltage Vs is equal to Vn should be greater than Vz. This means that Vs should be greater than that of Vz, that is a Zener breakdown voltage. If Vs is less than Vz, then Zener diode doesn't conduct because it has a property. It has a very sharp and distinct breakdown voltage. It will conduct only for that particular input voltage. As long as the input voltage applied to that is less than the Vz, it doesn't conduct the current, and that's why entire input voltage is made available across the load resistance. So therefore, the Vs must be greater than that of the Vz. To get the regulated voltage across the load, unregulated voltage Vs equal to Vn should be greater than Vz. If Vin is greater than Vz, then if Vin is less than Vz, then Vin appears at the load as it is, as a Zener diode doesn't conduct the current. As it is, that means Vs should be minimum equal to Vn, or it should be greater than Vz. But if Vin is less than Vz, then Vin appears at the lows as it is. And this is as Zener diode doesn't conduct the current. When Vin becomes more than Vz, then Zener diode will break down and starts conducting the current, giving regulated voltage at the output. Here only one thing you have to remember, and that is Vin should be greater than 0 to get the regulated output voltage. Otherwise, same input voltage will appear across the load resistance. Now, we will see how the regulating action that takes place. By the definition, we know that voltage regulation is the process by means of which output voltage is kept constant irrespective of the variation of the load resistance or irrespective of the variation of the line voltage. This we are going to see now. When RL increases, means when load resistance increases, means when load resistance varies. When RL increases, IL decreases, but natural to increase IZ so as to keep VL constant. What we proved here? Here we proved that even though RL is increased, output voltage remains constant. Similarly, for reduction in RL, if RL becomes less, then IL decreases, then IL increases, decreasing IZ. Again, Vz equal to VL will be constant. Here what we proved, even though RL is increased or decreased, output voltage will remain constant. This process is known as the load regulation. Means even here load is changed irrespective of the variation of the load if the output voltage remains constant, and that is done by means of a Zener diode. This process is known as the load regulation. But when line voltage increases, means when input voltage increases, to increase the current I, which increases the voltage drop across RS. When V input voltage, unregulated voltage increases, means line voltage increases, current flowing through RS increases. When current flowing through RS increases, voltage drop across RS increases, which will keep against the VL equal to Vz as a constant. And if V in is decreased, that decreases current I through RS to reduce voltage drop across RS. Again, it keeps Vz equal to VL constant. What we have seen here, even though V in increases or decreases, by increasing and decreasing the current through RS, which by increasing voltage drop across or decreasing voltage drop across RS, again it keeps the Vz equal to VL constant. Here, even though line voltage we have changed, output voltage remains constant, and this process of keeping the output voltage constant irrespective of the variation of the line voltage is known as the line regulation. Thus, by using the property of the Zener diode, it is possible for us to design Zener diode as a voltage regulator when the Zener diode is connected in shunt with the filtered rectifier circuit and that of load resistance. By using Zener diode, it is possible for us to design any magnitude of the voltage that is required for the load. Friends, if this Zener diode is replaced by means of an 3-terminal integrated circuit with 7-8 series or 7-9 series, which are widely available in the market nowadays, again they are going to act as the regulating element to provide the constant output voltage for as per our requirement to the instrument. Thus, at the end of this particular topic, we can say that if you combine a rectifier, filter and the regulating element together, it is possible for us to design the required magnitude of the power supply which we needed to be provided to the particular instrument to be operated. Student friends, so that's what you have to remember regarding the first topic, that is the rectifier, filters and that of the voltage regulator, with which it is possible for us to design any required magnitude power supply unit. This is all about the first topic. Today we are completing our first topic. If you have got any queries, any doubts, any problem, any difficulties, you are free to discuss with me with my mobile number on phone call. You can write it on WhatsApp group which is formulated already. You may contact with me on my email ID so that almost all your problems are going to be get solved. Student friends, try to watch the videos, video lectures which we are placing on SPM app. From today onwards, I am also putting the video lectures on WhatsApp group just created. If the videos are not visible on the SPM app, please join the WhatsApp group which is formed, and on that link will be provided. Watch video from that group also, but don't miss to watch the videos. Otherwise, whatever the loss it is going to happen, you will be responsible for the same. As we have completed the first topic, naturally there will be some question and answers which are going to be provided to you, which are related with the first topic. You must go through that, search the answers, prepare your own notes so that they will be useful for your examination point of view. So that's all about today's lecture. Next time we will meet with next topic.